Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor.
What the F was that entire freaking promo about?
Mark Hallbacher.
She's like the James Ellsworth of women.
And Corey Castle.
I look like Paul London and Brian Kendrick mixed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Rassle Rock. What's going on, everybody? Mark realizing it's too dark in his apartment for podcasting. What's up, man? I thought you were doing like a
sun goes down. Nothing.
So I was actually playing Borderlands as soon as we started. So I didn't switch the lights over into anything. Finishing one of the DLCs on the game.
Yeah, we just had a little off-air conversation about the video games we've been playing. Been playing that new Battlegrounds game. It's pretty cool.
It's only like $40, right?
I don't know. I got it for my birthday from Corey Castle. So yeah, ask him.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say
it was $39.99.
$39.99
plus tax, I guess.
I forgot Rick's birthday.
It's all right. So did a lot of people. My niece forgot my birthday, so don't feel bad.
I'm sorry on behalf of Mark for forgetting your birthday.
Yeah, man. But we've been having a good time playing some video games. Hopefully, one of these days we'll actually bring it to the channel, to the YouTube channel, and we'll be able to actually do that.
Well, Mark, you go buy the game, Mark, and I'll buy the game as well, and then we'll all play together. We'll get the hang of it, and then we'll go, hey, let's broadcast these.
Yeah, why not?
I'm looking. Do it right.
While we're talking now, I'm looking up, like, I've never done it, but like setting up a Twitch account so we can do the game there.
I'm going on to the Zon right now and picking it up right now.
If I just didn't spend a fortune on two like Halloween costumes, like I would do it. I just got out of the shower here. No, screw it.
If you buy what the Zon is selling, that's got to be somebody's gimmick right there.
Just buying Amazon stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon for Halloween. So,
yeah. What, are you going to some parties?
I have to work both that Friday and Saturday, and the girl I work with on Friday is going to dress as the dude.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to dress as John Goodman. Hence why I'm growing my beard back in. I'm gonna get a little hair dye and color the chin back in, and I just ordered the yellow sunglasses. I got that like olive green beige do-rag that he wears, and I have to go get a fishing vest. I'll get that on Thursday.
That's so great, man. That's gonna be a good costume. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and the other one, I'm just trying to find a luchador mask that doesn't have nose or mouth holes.
Yeah.
Which is Sin Cara or El Bandito. But I tried to get an El Bandito mask. It wasn't bad. It was like $35, but it wouldn't get into town until November 14th. So that would like be a little too late.
Yeah, defeats the purpose.
Now I can go as a luchador. I can go as El Gran Gordo or whatever his name was from Raw.
Just a bright pink hood. That was fun. I thought dude, Otis is the perfect guy to do like stupid stuff like that. He can pull it off because he's just so weird and goofy.
Yeah, I love stuff like that, man. I love just being silly, just having a good time. And as long as it doesn't go too over the top. Or in Otis' case, it can, but sometimes they go a little too far with stuff, and it gets more cringy than funny. But Otis, yeah,
the hokiness is real.
Yeah. Hokiness is very, very real. So let's get into it, man. There's been a lot of stuff going on since the draft. We talked about the draft last week. A lot of people have been mixing it up a lot. Looks like Rollins is doing pretty much the same thing, but we opened up Raw this week with The Fiend and Alexa Bliss in the ring. And we talked about this a little bit off air. They were attacked by Retribution, who quickly got the tables turned on them, got beat by the Hurt Business, and then just got absolutely destroyed by The Fiend. The only thing that came out of that was we found out Mia Yim's name in Retribution is Reckoning, because they happened to mention on commentary, which is like
Did he just go through a thesaurus and find dumb, like, apocalyptic words? And then he...
It's like, oh, well, we already got T-Bar. Can we just call her T-Gar?
Ow.
If that was a pun, I didn't get it.
This girl ain't right. This
Oh.
boy ain't right. T-Bar.
I got
It
you.
wasn't really a pun. It was just like instead of boy ain't right, girl ain't right.
Sorry. I'm sure somebody laughed at that originally. It was my fault that I didn't get it.
That's the name of the episode now, T-Gar.
It's been all over. It's been all over all the sites that this is the official burial of Retribution.
Oh, so we found out her name, and then Retribution's buried.
I'm not sure if it's true or not, because then he had him come out an hour later and did a great promo, which is the promo they should have probably did a week or two ago with him.
Yeah.
And then he admitted that he was the hacker on SmackDown.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, that as soon as I heard that, I just like my face just scrunched up like I ate a lemon. I'm like, are you kidding? Like that was the reveal. That was the big reveal of the hacker. Like he literally just came out and said, yeah, I might as well admit it. That SmackDown hacker that was going on. Yeah, that was me. And then he just moved on. There was nothing to it.
It's kind of like the anonymous Raw general manager. The payoff is just like, oh, it was Hornswoggle. Whatever. Like,
it was me, Austin. All the payoffs.
They don't have payoffs like that anymore.
No,
that payoff was terrible too.
Yeah,
at least that
nobody cared about what the higher power was. Like, what we didn't care.
At least that went somewhere. Like that was a big like ruse, and Stephanie and Linda came out all pissed off, and like it was at least that kind of went somewhere. Like the SmackDown hacker thing was just like you might as well have just left it dropped, just pretend it didn't happen, which is what they were doing anyway. Right. It just doesn't make any sense.
And so the shame of all this is the Hurt Business looked fantastic. Bobby Lashley looked like an absolute psychopath in there. And then on top of it, he would get angry when anybody tagged him out, which I really liked because it made it look like he was just really enjoying destroying these guys. He was getting mad when the other guys were tagging in. And Shelton Benjamin, that knee he dropped out of like that lifting knee. Woo! Dude, they're just they're the best faction in wrestling right now. Like, I just love these guys.
I fully agree.
Yeah, man. There needs to be. I don't know if there's a way they can save this now, unless they just like completely rebrand and try something else, because what they're doing now isn't working, and it looks like they don't have any faith in these guys, which really sucks because the talent that they have in here is really, really good. Like with Dominic Dijakovic and Mia Yim and Shane Thorne, who is, believe it or not, good. Mercedes Martinez dropped off the face of the planet. I don't know if she's out of it or if she's just.
I think they're putting her back in NXT. I think she's going to reappear in NXT. Hopefully, because she really didn't have a stint. I mean, she wrestled 2 matches and then they took her off. I don't know. I got a weird feeling they're going to try to merge the two together, Retribution and the Hacker now, and they're going to do something with that. But I don't know if that's going to fall in its face too. So we'll see what happens. I mean,
it'd be GTV all over again.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was when it was happening.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know if there's anything they can do to save that. Another thing that was kind of cringy this week, the news dropped that most likely around Royal Rumble time, Goldberg is coming back.
Boo!
And they heard no one wants that. But it's going to happen where Vince has this, if he gets an idea in his head that he likes, it's basically like, I don't care what anybody else thinks, we're going with it. If it's not in a title picture, like I was trying to do like a positive spin on it, how could they bring him back where it would be in a positive way? Like, could they have him work with some younger talent, have him put some up and comer over? If they could do that, who would they?
They're gonna have a spear and jackhammer like Keith Lee or somebody like that. and we're all going to be even more angry how they're treating Keith Lee on the main roster. Like, I don't see a positive Goldberg being on there. It's more about him just winning and padding his legacy. So I don't see it helping any of the younger guys.
I mean, it might kind of be destroying his legacy a little bit if he's dropping folks on their heads accidentally. Yeah, that might not be too good for his legacy.
Yeah, last time was a little rough. I don't know. I don't know if they can put him in there with somebody that they actually have faith in. And if Goldberg's the guy to do it, like Goldberg had that great match with Lesnar a couple WrestleManias ago. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. If they could do something like that, but with somebody with a Keith Lee, but maybe have Keith Lee go over. What if it's just like Goldberg comes in just to put over Roman and he doesn't come back? It's like Roman's like, yeah, I'm the spear guy now. Go away. Like, because he's the tribal chief and he's like walking around with a tribal band. You don't deserve that, you white piece of garbage. And boom, tribal chief, spear, tribal tattoo, gone. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot more guys that I would rather see Roman face. I hope they don't go that route. You never know. Like last year, they put him over on the Fiend and gave him the belt for no reason whatsoever other than Goldberg wanted it.
Kevin Owens too. Like, what was the year before that?
Yeah, same thing.
So Ziggler, like I could see him doing something they did with Ziggler where they build it up, and then the dude gets speared in the ring and the match is over in like 30 seconds. I can see him doing something like that just to have his face on the pay-per-view. That's all I can see.
Yeah, it could be.
Speaking of the Fiend, dude, how awesome did he look? Dude, he was dropping retribution left and right with those Sister Abigails. He looked really good, man. He looked quick. I mean, I still don't know where they're going with him and Alexa Bliss, but it's at least enjoyable. I'm hoping it turns into a faction or something. I don't know. I don't see just the two of them doing anything without more people involved or what. But yeah, dude, he was just dropping guys today. He looked good.
Yeah.
I guess they're getting to set him up to be a major player on Raw, which they needed, and they lost Rollins. As much as he annoys me. Dude, Rollins is basically carrying the show. Him and McIntyre. So you're going to need someone to step up.
They had a couple good things on Raw. I thought Raw as a whole was actually pretty good. A couple little hiccups here and there as they usually do, but they had that match with Matt Riddle and AJ Styles, which I thought was great. Got to introduce the new bodyguard,
Big George.
His name is what is it? Hey George.
I think it's like Big George. It's something stupid. I forgot what the name of it is.
The name that I saw online was Jordan. I'm probably going to botch this. It's Omag Behin. Omag Behin.
Yes, they gave him some name that's a lot easier to call him because nobody's going to call him by his real name. How big is this guy? Like, honestly, how tall is he?
He's like 7'8". I don't know.
Dude, AJ Styles is what, 5'9", 5'10", and he wasn't even up to the guy's nipple.
Right.
That's an insanely tall human being.
Yeah.
This guy used to be Shane McMahon's security in the Raw Underground, and he was one of the ninjas. And he was one of the ninjas.
The big tall ninja, yeah. So he's been around, but they're finally getting something good for him to do, and I'm liking it. I think it really works well. AJ is the perfect guy to have that muscle to hide behind. I
definitely wanted them to continue doing stuff with Joseph Park. I really wanted to see him have like Joseph Park as the lawyer. I really wanted to see that, and I've been talking about it on the show for weeks that I've been wanting that to be a thing, and it just fizzled out. It was on SmackDown that one time, and then never again.
They tend to drop things in the WWE. They tend to just wipe their hands and go, "No, that never happened. People will forget." Perfect example is Raw Underground. They just completely wiped that out, man. That's done. That's not coming back.
But they won't let go of putting Lana through a table every week.
Right. Yeah.
It's at the point where I'm actually really liking it now. I was like, it's like something to expect. Like every WrestleMania, Taker is going to wrestle and continue that streak. And now Lana's going to be on the table on every Monday Night Raw.
Kane's going to tombstone Pete Rose, and Lana's going to get put through a table.
How about it? How about it?
Oh my God, Nia Jax is so annoying. I really hate her. She should just never speak. But yeah, man. I'm kind of like at first I was like, oh come on, this is petty. You're just doing this because of the Rusev thing. But now I don't even care if this turns into another gimmick or like if this is part of a storyline or anything like that. I'm just like, you know what? This is making me happy.
Expected to happen on Sunday.
Oh, I'm sure.
I would expect it to happen.
Something had to go with her and Natty being like, I can't do it. I'm done with you. You keep losing. It's gonna spill over into something else. With that spilling over into something else, I want to talk about how corny stuff's been. And I can't believe I haven't mentioned how corny I thought the night vision scopes for Randy Orton putting the night vision goggles on and like beating everybody up.
I thought it was hysterical. They weren't even night vision goggles.
It's like I was expecting like from Step Brothers when he puts the night vision goggles and the guy turns the light. Ah!
They weren't even night vision goggles. They were like jeweler's glasses or something like that. And he just put them on. There was like no green light. There was no nothing.
I dug it. I thought it got the point across. I didn't know what they were going for, and they ended up doing it. Probably because, they don't look like night vision goggles.
Well, and also they want to like lay out the guys without having to make them bump. Like that's the same thing when they turn the lights off when he kicked Ric Flair. It was like they don't want to show him actually hitting Ric Flair. So if they do night vision goggles, then he can take them all out and don't have to show it.
Yeah.
How about that being said, I want to talk about when the lights go out and Retribution goes after Bray Wyatt, and then the one guy goes, "Where'd he go?" Just that little line. Just the "Where'd he go?" Well, maybe if you had some night vision goggles. I'm done with the night vision goggles now, and
that's your night vision goggle material.
Yes.
You're done.
Yes, my tight 5 on night vision goggles.
If we're talking about some corny stuff that happened, it's funny that there was 2 things that we were joking about that actually came true. One was the trading of the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles, which I can't believe they actually did. Yeah, Mark, you called that, man. That was you.
That was the stupidest. I was like, they're not going to do this. It's too dumb to actually happen. And then they just turn around and they're sitting in the back room like, hey, there's handed belts over.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't see the transaction, but I remember us talking about it. I remember being like, yeah, what are they going to do? What is going to happen? Are they going to go, here's this, then they take that? So it's like, it takes like, I thought they would be like, well, the lineage of those belts goes back to Raw's old, like, so it's like, instead of complicating that way, just trade them. Stupid.
Yeah, it didn't make any look of sense. Like if anybody had any stock in these belts whatsoever, it's gone now. Like WWE officially pretty much came out and said, we don't care about these belts and who has them and what's going on. Immediately after that, Street Profits cut a promo saying, hey, we're Triple Crown Tag Team Champions now because we had Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So now
you didn't win the SmackDown. They just handed them right to you. Right.
They didn't win anything. And if that's the logic, then New Day is now 10-time tag team champion. 10 times. Without winning another one. How ridiculous is that? They technically won 2 tag team titles in 1 week because of that. No.
Speaking of that, man, I wanted to point out when they did the draft, they announced Randy Orton was drafted, and then it said 12-time former world champion. Like, why do they have to add that former in there? He's been 10 times the champion. You know it's former. So just saying former champion, it was like you're burying him. Just say 10-time champion. It doesn't make him look as accomplished as saying he's a 10-time champion or 12-time champion, however many times he's a champion.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I get what you're saying, but it's I don't know. Like,
it's just
obviously,
unnecessary words.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, he's not a 10-time current champion or whatever the hell.
Of course he isn't.
The second thing I wanted to talk about that we called last week that we were joking about with what if they actually did it was spin the wheel, make the deal. They actually brought this out on NXT. We're like, oh man, they're actually going to do this. They're bringing back the spinning wheel for Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
How about that?
Wow.
It's I don't know. It's weird. Like that's been a Halloween Havoc staple. And we after the coal miners glove match with Jake Roberts and Sting, we all thought it was dead. And now it's back. Now it's returned. What do you guys think?
I kind of like how NXT, they're using like these old WCW gimmicks. I think a lot of it is they basically they're hoping that we forgot them. And then they're just using these gimmicks, making it sound like they invented something new. Yeah. And it's nothing new. It's 20 years old, but it gives more of that unique feel to NXT over the other two shows. So, I mean, they got that. They have War Games, which I'm a big fan of. So, yeah, dude, whatever. And I'm glad to see the Halloween Havoc. They kept the lettering, and it looks like the old sign.
Yeah,
it's funny because I was thinking like, well, everything like WCW gets announced, then like Cody Rhodes gets like a bug up his butt about it and has to like then take shots at WWE for another reason. So with that being said, I started thinking of something. Remember when Cody Rhodes used to like put bags on people's heads?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was too ugly. He would say everybody in the crowd wears a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying like I tweeted this and I said, what if Cody Rhodes put bags on everybody's heads at AEW, and on the pictures on the bags, there was pictures of fans who were enjoying the show more than they actually were. Like that. And I say, and then every one of his matches, you call it taking place in the Pander Dome. And it'd be the way he likes to take jabs at the WWE. And now, what if he does this now? If we call things and then they happen, what if this actually happens?
All I know is he had a fantastic match with Orange Cassidy on Wednesday, and they kind of let Orange Cassidy go over, but not really go over because it's the old television title rules. So the time ran out for TV, and he didn't get to win the belt. But yeah, dude, it was he's doing some good things, even though he's back being champion again. I really think they should have kept it on Brody Lee for a little longer, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
And he dyes hair blonde again.
Yeah, what's that about?
He had black hair, and then like a week later, he dyed it back blonde again.
Guy can't decide. Can't decide if he wants to be Cody or if he wants to be Dusty. Can't figure it out. I've had so many problems with this guy though for these past year and a half. Like, it's crazy. Freaking Cody Rhodes. He keeps on putting on good matches. I just wish he would stop booking himself in the main event. He's booking himself to be Triple H, which is ironic and hilarious.
Yeah, because that's the opposite of what he wants, but he's doing it.
Yeah, the exact opposite of what he wants to be is who he's becoming, which is freaking hilarious. It's whatever. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people by saying it, but yeah, I can't stand Cody Rhodes. Can't stand him.
Well, I mean,
but what are you going to do?
Who's really going to be pissed off? Who's really going to be pissed off to hear you say that you can't stand Cody Rhodes? People will be like, well, I think he's good. No one's really going to plant their heels into the ground and go, no! You've pissed me
All right,
off, Rick, for the last time.
Brandy Rhodes.
Have you not? Yeah, Brandon. The internet wrestling community, man. Have you ever known them to be like, well, sir, I disagree, and then disappear? No, they're going to go online and stomp their feet and yell and call me a mark or something else, and call me out every name on the book and shake their internet fist at me.
Oh, so be it.
Been known to happen. So be it. I don't care. They can yell at me all they want. I'm not saying I give a rat's ass. I'm just saying the internet wrestling community is not exactly known for taking things lightly when you disagree with them.
No niche community is actually nice.
No, it goes hand in hand. Once you say something that people disagree with, that's how the internet goes. I did want to talk about SmackDown and that promo that the New Day cut. Nice little tearjerker happening there. There's no way the New Day's done. They're going to bring them back at some point. There's no way.
There's too much money involved in those three.
Yeah,
definitely.
They got to sell them pancakes. Pancake merch.
Oh man, but I did hear Daniel Bryan, who is now officially back. They were asking him what his some of his dream matches now that he's back. The first name out of his mouth was Big E, so that'd be a nice match to see. Definitely give Big E a nice rub.
Big E and Grand Metalik, dude.
What is it?
Big E and Grand Metalik. I cannot wait for either one of these matches.
Yeah,
like, both matches are just gonna kill it.
Yeah,
but he's wrestling. Yeah. He's gonna end up wrestling. I guess Seth Rollins right now. I don't know how that works. He just got involved in the Seth Rollins thing with the Mysterios. So maybe they're giving the Mysterios a break for a few weeks and have Daniel Bryan wrestle him.
The thing with Buddy Murphy getting involved now, and I mean, I think Buddy Murphy and Daniel Bryan would be cool stuff. I'd like to see that match, but
I'd rather see that than Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
I'd rather see. I think Murphy is fantastic, and he doesn't get enough credit.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a humongous chest. His chest is like his whole body. I can't believe it. Like, how do you have a chest that big?
Works on them pecs, boy. Use a push up.
He's like the anti-Kofi Kingston.
His wife.
Him and Kofi should stand next to each other and just do before and after pictures.
Yeah, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Murphy. If they're going to, I'm assuming they're not done completely with the Rollins and Mysterio storyline. I'd like to see Murphy and Dominic. I'd like to see them wrestle. You know, they're pushing this Dominic kid to the moon. Let's see what he can do 1-on-1 against Murphy. Murphy will make him look great, I think. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got Halloween Havoc coming up this Sunday. Not a lot of matches signed. Oh, so far, only 4 matches have been signed for it. Yeah, just 4 matches.
This Sunday?
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Halloween Havoc. Hell in a Cell is.
Did I? Son of a bitch. Well,
Halloween Havoc. When is Halloween Havoc?
Wednesday. Yeah,
Halloween.
Next Wednesday. Havoc.
It's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, the 28th. But this Sunday is Hell in a Cell. Only 4 matches have been signed so far with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Jeff Hardy and Elias. There's the only 4 matches we got.
3 out of those 4 matches are going to be awesome. I mean, and then at least 2 of them are unpredictable. I mean, we all know that Roman Reigns is going to win. But we don't know what's going to happen in the Sasha Banks, Bayley, if Sasha's going to get her revenge yet, or they're going to stretch it out even more. And then you have McIntyre and Orton, which I really think Orton should win the title finally. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to have McIntyre go over again. Because if he goes over again, then hopefully this is it. Hopefully the feud's over. And maybe they put AJ Styles in that slot with his new bodyguard going up against Drew McIntyre. That could be a really fun feud.
Yeah, that could be.
That'd be pretty hot. I don't know, man. I've been digging Drew chasing Orton around. He had him locked in the cage. You can't get me, you can't get me. And then he pulls out the bolt cutters. I've been digging the storyline so far. Every time you show up, I'm going to kick your ass. Like that's kind of cool. With the Bayley and Sasha Banks thing, I don't know what they're doing because they pulled that thing on SmackDown where Bayley refused to sign the contract, which no one ever thought of doing in a contract signing in WWE. Like we see,
I thought that was smart.
That was hot. I liked it. So I don't know what they're going to do. So I don't know if they're going to I needed time to rewrite the contract, or this match isn't going to take place in Hell in a Cell, or it isn't going to be for the title, or something like that. I don't know.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Roman Reigns said this Hell in a Cell match is going to have the highest stakes of any Hell in a Cell match. It's an I Quit match. Okay, cool. What's the stakes? Where's the stakes at? I don't see the stakes at all.
The title.
Like, you quit, and then you said I quit, and that's it? Is that what the stakes are?
I'm thinking it's the title.
It's the title's on the line, plus it's an I Quit match, plus it's a Hell in a Cell match. It's pretty hot. Pretty high.
They already have 2 cell matches. I think they should do a straight up I Quit match. They already have 2 in the cell. They don't need a third match in the cell and add an extra stipulation just to change it up. I think they should just do a straight up I Quit match. And I'll tell you now, though, man, who saw Jey Uso becoming this huge baby face? He's fantastic. He's doing a great job. I mean, it just sucks that he's going to get massacred on Sunday, but
he's going to look good doing it.
There's a lot of potential in using Jey Uso as a solo star and doing something with him after this.
Man.
He's got way more personality than Roman ever did.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, it's one of those things where it's WWE is just throwing stuff at the wall to see if it works. And like they did it with Raw Underground, they did it with Retribution, but they did it with heel Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman against the Usos, and it's like, wow, that actually worked. And, it's just one of those things. I'm glad it worked. I'm glad they're finally doing something good. We did mention Halloween Havoc. Again, I don't know if we're going to do like a live stream for this. It's on a Wednesday. Right now, only 3 matches are signed for that, which is Damian Priest and Johnny Gargano for the North American title, Io Shirai and Candice LeRae for the Women's Championship. Both of those matches are spin the wheel, make the deal. The third match is Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez. All 3 should be good matches, so I'm looking forward to it. What do you guys think for stipulations for what's going to happen with when they actually spin the wheel?
For Candice LeRae?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with a tables match. Who cares? They need a dumb stipulation for Candice LeRae to win the title. Because a tables match where Io accidentally falls to the table or something like that. I don't see Candice pinning her. But I do.
There should be a little line on the wheel that says, "Who cares? Who cares? Match. Who cares?"
Winner has to win the match before Nia Jax puts Lana through a table. Just have a Lana and Nia Jax on a pole. Eventually, they're going to see her. How about Gargano and Priest? What's that going to be? Figure they're not going to have anything like an I Quit match or anything like that.
Maybe
a what?
Like a strap match, maybe like a leather strap that they ties their like wrists together. I mean, usually that's a blow off to something. So I don't know if you want to do that, but I mean, I don't know. That who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Exactly.
I don't know. They had a good match at the last takeover. I'm excited to see this. I mean, this is match number 2, I think, for these guys, if I'm not mistaken. Another match that's probably going to pop up on the card is Swerve and Phantasma, whatever his name is now. I can never remember.
Centaur.
Sandbar.
Yeah,
Sandbar.
something
That match is probably going to pop up. Looks like they're extending that feud. So, yeah, man, we got 2 big shows coming up within the next couple of days.
Really big shows. Really big
What's that?
shows.
Big shows. 2 big shows coming up. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, I think this might be it, though. I think this is where Johnny and Candice LeRae end up winning 2 titles and being the first married couple ever to hold 2 major titles in a wrestling federation. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, it's something different. Like I said, I don't see either one of them winning. Like, I think the stipulation is going to fall in their favor for them to win. It said I definitely see the women. I think tables match would be perfect. Somewhere like beats herself by accident, and then what do you do with Io Shirai after that? Because they're going to start pushing Rhea Ripley to come after the title, and then Io is just sitting in limbo, and they're also bringing. I guess she goes up against Ember Moon, and like,
I don't know, man.
I don't get Ember Moon. I don't get why people like her. I like, she's like Jeff Hardy to me. I never understood why people like someone that does bad promos and just has a ton of makeup on and makes weird facial expressions. I don't. She's not a good talker. Like, go ahead. See your fingers.
Know what I'm weirded out by? From SmackDown this week, there's Jeff Hardy and Lars Sullivan had a match, and Lars Sullivan like grabbed him by the neck when he was up on the top. And then like brought him down and slammed him some other way. Like, why did you grab him by the neck just to grab him somewhere else and do something else that wasn't like a choke slam?
That's what bothered you? It wasn't Michael Cole saying freak 37,000 times in 3 minutes?
We get it.
I get it.
Like pounding that into our face.
No. Freak hit him with the freak accident. Literally the last line in the match.
I don't know. I have no defense.
The
freak daddy, the big Papa Pump.
If you think JR gave up on AEW, Michael Cole is just toast. He's just done. He's not even trying anymore. Like, hey, we need you to get the word freak over. He's like, oh, I'll get it over. He's like, I'm going to say it so much, nobody's going to let me ever hear the word again.
Man, I mean, I don't know. Lars Sullivan, I'm going to sit back and wait and see what happens because as of right now, nothing's really impressing me with him. I am impressed with Elias, though. I like heel Elias. Yeah, I'm glad he came back.
His return, that guitar shot from the return was awesome. Just destroyed him. Lars Sullivan, he's in trouble again, isn't he? Didn't he just get busted for more racism or sexist comments or something that he did again?
He like there was like a yoga teacher or a massage therapist who he harassed.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. This guy's just more. I know he's Brock Lesnar's like sparring partner when Brock.
That's why he's pushed. That's why Vince loves him so much.
Well, that's what he does. I get it, and he might be valuable for that part to make sure Brock's like ready to go. But dude, this guy ain't worth the BS that comes with him, man. He's just and there's nothing about him. Yeah, he's a big dude, but he's weird looking. I don't know how you get him over. There was a rumor he was supposed to be in the Wyatt family, which that would have made more sense.
Right. I mean, you could stick a little sheep mask on him and don't have to worry about him harassing folks. But it's not like he harasses people on the way to the ring. He's like, nice spot. Hey, I'm gonna send you nudes. Like he doesn't do that on the way to the ring. He does that in the back.
That's Velveteen Dream with the nudes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh, Velveteen.
Am I the only one that likes
yoga instructor? You up?
You up?
That should be his T-shirt when he comes down to the ring. Lars Sullivan, and on the back it just says "You up?" with a question mark.
Just eggplant emoji next to it. All right, man. let's we know it ain't going to be Lars Sullivan, but let's get into who wins wrestling this week.
Who wins wrestling? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, what do you guys got, man? Who wants to go?
Not me. Somebody else go.
It was hard for me. I've been going through them. It was a toss up between Bobby Lashley on Monday because he looked like an absolute psychopath, and I really like it. But I'm going to have to go with your boy, Rick. I'm going with Orange Cassidy for like
Nice.
the third or fourth week in a row. That kid has showed that he's absolute money on AEW. He's putting in great match after great match. His gimmick is the less is more type personality, and he's doing a great job with it. And I really like it. And I wish he did a little more with Jericho, but I think Jericho's moving into this whole MJF is going to take over the inner circle and turn him against Jericho storyline. I think they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to go with Orange Cassidy, man. Now that I was thinking about it, I would definitely have him right now. He's killing it, man.
Nice.
He's the best thing on AEW right now.
Yeah, I got to get into more AEW stuff. I haven't really had a chance to watch anything. I got to at least catch the stuff on YouTube, the replays of the matches.
Same here, man. I don't have TNT anymore. I don't have the channel, so I don't have to record. Like I can watch Raw and stuff. I just record it and watch it, or SmackDown. I just record it and watch it. But I don't have TNT anymore, so I can't record AEW. And
Well, the best thing about AEW is when you do go on their YouTube, like I've said before, is they're not like WWE where they'll show like, yeah, they did the Hurt Business versus Retribution. They gave you like 3 minutes, and it was an 11-minute match, and you only got 3 minutes of it. They'll give you like 5-6 minutes. They'll give you sometimes the entire match on YouTube. So at least you get to see what's going on AEW. It's smart, man. It's like, yeah, you're kind of giving away the matches, but you're giving people who can't watch it a chance to actually see the product. So that's how I've been watching, because I work every Wednesday, and because of the COVID, we don't have cable. I have like ABC, CBS, and Fox. So if sports or anything ain't playing on those, I don't get to watch anything on those channels.
Corey, you got
did the pandemic take out your cable? We're like, our cable's out.
No, they just don't want to pay the extra bill. That's all it is, because they're not making any money.
Yeah, I figured that. I was just messing around. Dude, honestly, I think I'm going to say, and it sucks that we're not going to see this again, but the bar with Shinsuke Nakamura, like that unit, I thought that was so good. Like they did really well. Like as far as like structure, and as soon as like it's just like it was a good dynamic. They had good teamwork. Everything worked really well. And I was like, oh man, it'd be really cool if they like actually made this work. But they're like dead set on Cesaro being with Shinsuke and Sheamus going to the other show. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with Sheamus on Raw as well. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. There's like a lost potential there if they brought Sammy in, like let Sammy still be the mouthpiece of the four of them.
Yeah.
But could you imagine those four guys together on SmackDown?
Yeah.
You already have the Hurt Business on Monday night. You put those four on SmackDown, and that's your major faction over there, and that would be some really good stuff. But it's, I don't know, missed opportunities.
As far as who wins wrestling this week for me, I think it's going to be Elias, because I think I might be the only one who actually liked that song that he was singing, that Amen song.
Oh,
I was digging it.
Robbie Radke loved that song.
Did he really?
I saw him post about it, and he posted it and said, that song really slaps. That's good, right? That's what the kids are saying these days.
I think, yeah, slapping's a good thing. But I don't know. He's Elias is actually a talented, semi-talented, at least, musician. Lyrically not great, but it sounds really cool. And he came out with an album, I think, in his debut year, and then he's coming out with another one that's supposed to drop this Monday. So I'm curious to see what happens with it.
What I don't get about Elias is the babyface heel turn back and forth, like, what are you? Why are you? Who cares? Why should I? Like that's how I feel about Elias altogether.
That's WWE though. They just can't figure out what to do with certain characters. So all they do is turn them heel, face. They do it with Charlotte Flair, like when she was around, like every 3 months, 4 months, they would flip her. And it's like, dude, no, it's just stop. Just stop doing it. It's like Big Show turns over and over again.
Yeah.
Big Show.
Oh, you know what I should have said? Who wins wrestling? Damn it. Now I was going to say John Cena. John Cena took Fred Savage's job as the voiceover guy on the Honda commercials. Say, get out of here, Fred Savage. It's going to be John Cena now.
You know what we should do, though? Congratulations, John Cena. He got married.
Yeah.
Someone wrote "Love isn't at work," and I laughed my ass off about that. Now the whole Nikki Bella thing is like gone. Yeah, he dates a girl for a year and marries her. Like, so good for John, man. Looks like life after wrestling is doing very well for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to come back or not, man. There's been a lot of talk about people wanting him to have one more match against The Undertaker in his last match, and there's been a whole thing between that.
We need Goldberg to come back. We don't. We good, bro.
I mean, we could see like a cinematic match like we had at WrestleMania. His match with Wyatt, and then Taker's match with AJ. Right. Mix the two up. Why not? We'll have a Firefly Funhouse Boneyard match. Why not? All right, man. I think that'll about do it for us, man. Mark, talk a little bit about the podcast you were just on with me and your sister.
Why is it dropped this week?
Yeah.
So
Thanks for
we talked about ghost stories. So I told a story from an ex I dated when I was 18, and her grandfather haunted basically the basement of the house where he hand built his bar, and that's where he hung out all the time. And then he passed away in the house, and he haunted that freaking bar. And then I actually told a bunch of ghost stories from the bar, the institute that I worked at for, I'm still working for the company, but the old bar I worked for 9.5 years. Everything from weird noises to, I told them the crazy story where the walk-in cooler door kept being open, and myself and the cook arguing over who was leaving it open, and it was neither one of us. And then he was seeing black shadows over his shoulder later on that day. So, yeah, I've seen her dealt with a bunch of fun ghost stories over the years.
Yeah, man, you dropped like 5 or 6 stories, and it was really cool. It was really creepy. That's the podcast is called It's Something to Do. Check it out. It's on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. So check it out, man. Cory, what do you got? What do you got going on this week? What are you plugging?
I've been working for H2O Wrestling these days. Check out H2O Undiscovered on IWTV. Just check those out. They're lots of fun. As always, if you're digging what we're putting out, make sure you let us know you exist. Comment on the YouTube video. Make sure you tell your friends. And if you want to interact with us, we're not hard to get in touch with. Also, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Cory Castle. You'll find my t-shirts. You go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music and find Evolving with Cory Castle. New episodes drop every Monday at noon.
Very cool, man. Check me out on the YouTube. Check me out. Hey, check me out. tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. That's where you can see all of the Rassle Rock episodes, where you can see a bunch of wrestling matches that I post up there. It's all for free, folks. Check it out, and please subscribe. Check out my other podcast. We were just talking about it, and It's Something to Do that I do with Mark's sister. It's mostly pop culture this week, or this month, I should say. During October, we're doing scary stories, real stories that happen to actual people. And check that out. It's on wherever you can find podcasts. Check out our merchandise store. It's teespring.com/stores/Rassle-Rock. There's actually a Rassle Rock mask that you can get now. All proceeds go to COVID relief. So check that out. What is my other thing that I plug? I forget. Oh, my goodness. I have another thing that I plug. What do I plug?
No, you said Teespring Sport, but you just did that.
The Teespring Sport, yeah. Yeah, nobody knows.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. That's it, I guess. It's gonna hit me after I turn off, but
I just want to. I want to say real quick. I just saw Mark's sister Karen after it had been like. It was cool seeing her, but I have to still say I like Mark better.
She's still bullying you.
still teasing you.
Such a bully.
She is a bully, man. All right, man. Hit me up on Twitter if you want. I don't know. Teespring.com. No.
Twitter. At Rick _matters.
That's the one.
At Cory Castle, CORYKASTLE. Check me out.
I forgot to turn on the display names for this one. There's us.
There they are.
Oh, man. Production. Hooray. That'll that do it.
I didn't put it up, but if you can find me.
Find Mark Kallbacher on Instagram. There's not too many of them out there. That'll be it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
Mark Kallbacher.
Cory Castle.
Let's take it out like we always do with Mr. Nick Burke.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Join us again for another episode of Rassle Rock. This has been Jay Davis speaking.